I'm going to cover now the topic of how to tune a Sky remote control to work your television. So in this case here, we have a television remote control here that will work this television for us. And we can adjust the volume up and down and turn on and off television. And we also have a remote control for our Skybox, which will allow us to change channels. Now, ideally, we'd like to have a situation where a single remote control can do both the Skybox and the television for us. So to allow us to do this, Sky have actually come along and they've programmed a lot of software into these boxes, which covers, we'll say, 99% of the televisions that are on the market. So if you open the manual that comes with your Skybox, and it's different between the Sky and the Sky Plus box, but on the standard Skybox, the procedure is exactly the same for both boxes, by the way, and for the HD box. But on page 35, there's a section here called Remote Control Setup, resetting your Sky remote control to work your television. So the procedure is quite simple. So I'll just turn down the volume of this thing. So we have a situation here now where by default the Sky remote doesn't come able to adjust the volume in your television. And the reason that it doesn't come in this manner is that Sky obviously have no idea what your particular television is. So the settings that vary from television to television. So how am now manually going to do this to set it up on it. So the first thing I do is that I look up the TV brand on the list on the right hand side. This is a Normande television, and if we look here in the manual, and there's a television that's listed alphabetically, Normande. There's a code for Normande, it's 0537. Okay. So what I do is I come along anyway, and I follow the steps outlined here to tune this in. The first thing is I hit the TV button. I then hold the red and select button together, compress it and hold it down for about 3 or 4 seconds until it flashes twice. I can release it then, and I hit the TV button here again. So this tells it we're about to tune this remote control in to work with television. And now I enter the code for this television, which I said was 0537. We want to see has this worked, and we test it by hitting the off button on the television remote. And when it doesn't work initially, what I do is I simply come along and hit the TV and then the off button again, and continuously do it until we work through all the possible sequences of our Normande televisions. You see that television is just switched off for us now. And to save that setting, I hit the select button. And what we've done now is we've successfully programmed this remote control to work both the television and the satellite box. So to turn the television on now, I simply hit the TV button and hit the power on, or sometimes it's channel up button. On this big television, I think it's a power on. Just give it a second.
I'm starting to embrace.
And the television has turned itself on, okay? And now I can adjust the volume on the television using the Sky remote. Now, if I go to change channels when it's in the TV mode, it'll actually change the channel on the television. So before I go to change channels, I hit the Sky button and come along now. And if I change channels here, I can flick up and down the channels. But the volume thing will still work the television as before. So it's a super situation where I can turn on and off the television, and I can adjust the satellite box, and I can adjust the volume, everything from the one remote control. So that's it from beginning to end. How to tune your Sky remote, or your Sky Plus, or your Sky HD remote to work both your satellite box and your television.